Welcome all. Now let's start our unit number 2, network theorems. So in this unit we are going to learn superposition theorem, Thevenin theorem, Norton theorem, maximum power transfer theorem, reciprocity theorem, Millman theorem. That means so many theorems are available in this unit. So one question must come in your mind, why we are using theorems? The answer is it is helpful to simplify circuit analysis. So theorem helps us to deal with the complex circuit and it provides us simple circuit analysis. Now before going to the actual theorems, I want to cover few basics. The first one is 0 volt means short circuit. So whenever I have one 0 volt source, that means it is nothing but short circuit. It is nothing but short circuit. Now the resistance offered by this short circuit is 0 ohm. How much is the resistance of short circuit? 0 ohm. Second point, 0 ampere meaning is open circuit. 0 ampere means no current can flow, that means it is open circuit. And the resistance offered by an open circuit is infinite resistance. How much is the resistance offered by an open circuit? Infinite resistance. Third one is a 0 ohm is connected in series with an R resistance. So R plus 0 R. So I will get the same resistance R. Fourth one, a resistance R is connected in series with an open circuit. That means infinite resistance. So R plus infinity, infinity. So I will get an infinite resistance. That means I will get an open circuit. So the resultant is open circuit. Fifth one, a resistance R is connected in parallel with a short circuit. This resistance R is connected in parallel with a short circuit. So the resultant comes out as short circuit. The resultant is a short circuit. So this resistance loses its significance. Whatever is the value of this resistance, if it is connected in parallel with a short circuit branch, I will get one short circuit. The reason is we know the parallel combination of two resistances R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So R into 0 divided by R plus 0, that means R. So 0 upon R, the answer is 0. That's why whenever resistance in parallel with a short circuit, I get one short circuit resistance, short circuit branch. So very important point, fifth one, a resistance R in parallel with a short circuit, it is nothing but short circuit. Whatever is the value of this resistance, still it is a short circuit. Now last point, a resistance R in parallel with an open circuit. The resultant is resistance R only. Again it is an important point. A resistance R in parallel with an open circuit, I get an resistance R only. Okay. Now this superposition Thevenin Norton reciprocity satisfies linear property. That means these are applicable for only linear circuits. So let's learn what is meaning of linear property. So linear circuit is one whose output is linearly, or I can say directly proportional to the input. Okay. Then it satisfies two property. First one is homogeneity and second one is additivity. So what is meaning of homogeneity? If input is multiplied by some constant, then output is also multiplied by that same constant. Suppose your input is 2 and output is 10. And if you are multiplying input by some constant, let us say constant is 3, so 2 into 3 6, then your output is also multiplied by that constant, that means 10 into 3 30. If input is multiplied by some constant, then output also gets multiplied by that same constant. Then additivity, suppose I have two different inputs, I1 and I2. If I apply this input individually, then in that case I will get output O1. This is I am considering for example only. And suppose if I apply input 2, I get output as O2. If I add these two, I will get one output. Okay. Now, if I am applying the input as combination, addition of inputs I1 plus I2, then also I should get output O1 plus O2. Once again I will repeat. If input is I1, I am getting output O1. If input is I2, I am getting output O2. If I add these two, this is one equation. Now what input I am applying? I am applying the sum of inputs, that means I1 plus I2. Then in that case also I should get the output as O1 plus O2. And if this equation 1 and equation 2 are same, that means it is satisfying additivity property. That means the circuit is a linear circuit. So your linear circuit satisfies two property. One is homogeneity, second one is additivity. Okay. Now let's start theorem. So first one is superposition theorem. The statement is, in a linear circuit, that means it is applicable only for the linear circuit. That means the circuit which is satisfying additivity and homogeneity. Okay. Then the voltage across. So what we are doing? We are either measuring current or voltage through an element. That's why voltage across, or we are measuring current through an element, is the algebraic sum of the voltages or current through that element when each independent source is acting alone. That means either this independent source is acting or this independent source is acting. Acting alone means, independent source is acting alone means this source is present, this source is absent, or this source is present and this source is absent. This source is turned off. Okay. So once again we'll go through the voltage across or current through an element. That means voltage across this element or current through this element is the algebraic sum of the voltage across or current through that element when each independent source is acting alone. So when this source is acting, I will get some output, I will get some current, or I will get some voltage, and this source is absent in first case, and in second case this source is present, this source is acting alone, and this source is absent. I will get some current or voltage. Then my overall output is the algebraic sum due to this source and due to this source. So this is the statement of superposition theorem. Now superposition theorem is applicable for which circuit? Linear circuit. So let's have one basic question. The superposition theorem applies for power calculation. Whether we can use superposition for power calculation? The answer for this question is false. We cannot use superposition theorem for power calculation because we know that P is equals to V square by R or I square into R. So V square by R indicates non-linear relationship. Square means non-linear. So I cannot use superposition because superposition is applicable only for the linear circuits. So for power calculations, I cannot use superposition theorem because power formula is V square by R, V square is non-linear, and that's why superposition theorem is not applicable for power calculation. The statement is false. Okay, thank you.